Vallis. I'm Governor Quinn's Lieutenant Governor candidate. I'm in Kildare, in Lake County, at a meet and greet, talking to our supporters about the importance of this election, the clear distinction that exists between our governor, Governor Quinn, and our opponent, Bruce Rauner. Their position on the minimum wage and support for working families. Obviously, the governor is strongly supportive. Our opponent has talked about eliminating the minimum wage. Support for education. Governor Quinn has a plan, a very detailed plan to invest $6 billion in education. Our opponent would slash education spending by $4 billion through his financial plan, which cuts $8 billion from state general fund revenues. These are the revenues that are used to fund education, aging, veterans, health care. Through our plan to invest in infrastructure, Governor Quinn's 5-year plan invests in infrastructure, invests in capital construction, as opposed to our opponent's plan, who, by taking money out of the general funds, would impede the state's ability to make further investment in infrastructure. And then Governor Quinn's strategy on getting more money into the hands of local governments, whether they're schools, counties, and municipalities, in contrast to our opponent, who would slash state revenues and, in effect, take not only billions away from schools, but also force the state to shift more costs of providing essential services on the backs of local governments, which incidentally will raise local property taxes. You can't slash funding to the state by $8 billion, half of the money of which would be lost to local governments, predominantly schools, and not increase local taxes and fees, and that means increasing local property taxes. So when our opponent says he's going to, provide massive tax relief and raise funding for education and increase investment in infrastructure and increase property taxes, it doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. So, at the end of the day, the distinctions between the two candidates are there. We have a candidate who supports working families, a candidate who wants to invest in education, a candidate who believes in equal opportunity. We have a candidate who wants to provide more financial support to local governments so that they can hold the line on taxes, versus someone who has a financial plan that will really have a devastating adverse impact on not only education funding, but also the support that local governments receive from the state.